This conference will now be recorded.
Hi, I'm Dr. Annette Cargioli, and I am the founder and creator of Emotional Polarity Technique, EPT for short. And today I am going to interview one of my very favorite, they're all my favorite, but I do really love Chanelle a lot. She's been around a while, and she's a master EPT practitioner, and she practices in Centerville, Ohio, which is just outside of Dayton, right?
Yep, just south.
All right, so I just want you to tell people a little bit about yourself, your journey, how long you've been doing EPT, and that kind of thing.
Okay, so I'm Chanelle Wilson, Master EPT Practitioner, and I started my EPT journey in May of 2012 as a first-time client of Sherry Hamilton, and I knew immediately I would be taking that class in order to help my clients of my digestive health business. And so I ended up taking the classes January of 2014, and it's been an amazing ride ever since. Built my business very, very quickly with EPT, and have been in business since then, so about 7 years. And I love it. It's pretty much all I do. I do still work with gut health, but really EPT has been what transforms the lives of my clients very quickly and in a miraculous way that they don't forget and they love to tell people about.
Wow. Wow. So what is your website?
My website is gutfeelingworks.com, and it's kind of an old school one, so I usually give the one that's the affiliate site for the 7 sessions. I love those sites that were created, and I usually give those as my web address.
That's fantastic. So what is your answer to the question, what is EPT?
EPT is a life changer. It is a transformative approach that in 60 minutes, you completely change how you look at life, how you look at your past pain, how you look at your future. And it's rooted in forgiveness, which is the healer of all things. And people describe it as basically 6 months worth of talk therapy in a 60-minute session. And that's pretty accurate.
I love that. That works for me completely. So here's a question I have for you that is, people are always wanting to know how much. So we're just going to start on the top of this interview with it. So what are your prices? How much do you charge for doing EPT?
So for an hour individual session, if you choose to pay as you go, it's $150. And then I charge for a 7-session package, it breaks down to $125 a session. And then for a 14-session package, which can be shared with family members, is $1,400, which would be $100 a session.
Sounds like a complete deal for changing your life.
I
think so too. All right, so let's talk about the kind of miracles you have seen. So I just want you to give me the ones that come off your head that were like, that made you know when you went home at night, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. And yet this situation just blew my mind. It was even beyond what I would have imagined I could have witnessed or could have happened. So give me some of those.
That's hard because I do really feel like every session holds a little bit of that in it. I mean, when you can quickly identify a root cause through muscle testing and then like have this God moment in every one of the statement sessions, it really is a part of every session, that miraculous feeling. But I think the ones that continually get me are any of them that go back to an abortion, because women don't talk about those. Whether they advocate for them or not, no one talks about their personal experiences. And so when you can get in there and heal with forgiveness, a very painful moment for a woman, it's like shackles are released from them. Every muscle of their body just relaxes. Those are always miraculous.
Wow. Yes, I would agree with that. I would totally agree. So while there's, as an EPT practitioner, most practitioners, including you, including me, we have so many successes that it's part of why we love our job, but it's not all successes. So I'm going to ask, give me one that you didn't really enjoy, that you know, that if you had that every day, you might want to quit.
Oh yeah.
But they don't come every day. So I'm just going to say, and this is really for new practitioners
Yeah.
who, they're plowing ahead and they're so excited because everybody's getting results. And then they hit that one that really touches them, and they're like, they question themselves. And I want people to know that everybody has those experiences, and you don't need to question yourself because you run into one that just doesn't fall together the way you hoped for. So
Yes.
give me one.
Those definitely happen. And I think one that really got me was a young guy who, when he started to feel vulnerable, he kind of turned the tables on me, and it triggered all my insecurities, and I had to have EPT pretty soon after that. And it was a very different experience where he definitely didn't want me to go where I was going, and wanted kind of to take the control back of the session. And looking back, I know that, but in it, oh man, I felt like the tiniest little person.
All right. Yeah, I totally understand that. All right. So now with everything, so this is a lot for, new practitioners is really what I also want to help here. So, so my question about marketing isn't so much, I'm talking about all marketing, like how you talk to people, what you say about EPT, advertising you might do, how you answer the phone, all of those things being marketing. What is your greatest marketing tip to help build your business?
I think networking for me, and I tell this to all the new students, and I've seen it work for others, is really what built the business for me. I was something I was already doing with my digestive enzyme business, and it just blew up the EPT part of it, because EPT is so vulnerable and intimate that when you can make a personal connection with someone before they ever even come into the room, it really sets the stage for your first session. And then referrals from those same people, there's already that personal connection and trust that it's hard to create, I think, when you don't get to have that one-on-one first.
So as an EPT practitioner, what is some kind of advice or something you learned that you wish you could have learned earlier?
That's a good question. As for a new practitioner, I think it's something I've actually learned this year is I finally, after these 7 years, I finally feel like really good at what I do and very confident in it. And I think it's important as a new practitioner to know, like, you're not going to know everything. You have so many new experiences to have with this, and it's okay. It's okay that you don't know and you're not where you're going to be yet. Like, just take a deep breath in and out and know that it will come.
Absolutely. I'm definitely not the same as I was in the first 3 years of my practice doing this. And I still find levels of growth that happen. And I love that advice because I think that we all need to hear that. I wish I would have known that even though this works so good, even when you're brand new, you have only started to nick the amount of growth that you're going to have yourself as a practitioner and the levels that you're going to be able to help people. And that just keeps coming while you're helping them at the level you're at. So I agree. Just accept you have got what it takes and you are helping people at the level you're at in a way that nobody else helps them.
Yes.
Nobody. All right. So finally, I want to ask if you have some words of inspiration for new practitioners.
Words of inspiration. Just have fun. Honestly, it is such a fun ride learning and growing through this and healing. The wisdom that I have learned over these years has just, been a huge blessing to me and everybody around me. So I would just say, like, have fun with it. Don't take yourself so seriously or any of it so seriously, because whether, you are on that day or having a rough day, like the healing will be done. There's a greater being taking care of things, and you can just have fun and enjoy the ride.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
all the work you do and all the people that you help, the hundreds and probably in the thousands of people at this point. And you make my heart very happy. And you
Thanks,
make me
Doctor.
feel like my mission is happening because the people you see that I could never see, all those people, I'm so appreciative. And I just want more and more people to learn and understand and be influenced and changed by the power of forgiveness and love.
Yes, thank you for
So,
creating for us to do in our businesses and with people every day.
wow, that's amazing. I love you so much.
I love you.
And thank you for doing this. And I hope that you have a fantastic day.
Thank you. You as well.